What's up, Dice Crew? Now look, we've been pretty much covering Blueface on our last couple videos, so we might as well continue. We just stumbled across this video that's about Blueface whole origins of being a part of Schoolyard Crip. We got an OG speaking out, and let's see what's all said. I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all doing the reaction. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. Let's rock.
What I want to ask you about is Blueface, man.
Oh, that guy with the bottom.
Did he really grow up in Schoolyard?
Nah, Blueface didn't grow up in the schoolyard. Blueface grew up in the valley. You know, he was a star athlete. Everywhere, every sport he touched, he was good at it. He was a good dude. Grew up in the valley. I guess some of the young homies probably got their hooks in him. You know what I'm saying? Because all the little homies, all the dudes that's around Blueface is official. They real little schoolyards. You know, a lot of them is my little homie sons, and some of my homies that ain't my little homie son, they all sandbox schoolyard. So, all their daddies and their family members are reputables from the set.
Now, I just want to chime in on that, right? Because I know certain people that's probably more on the trolling side of things might try to bash Blueface on him not necessarily growing up in the schoolyards. But if you really a part of the culture, then you understand that it has always been individuals that be a part of certain gangs in neighborhoods that they didn't grow up in. But when you start rolling the time down, as opposed of like now it's like 50 years in or something like that with the gang culture, it's more and more individuals who's not growing up in their hoods. You got to remember, like, originally for like Crips and Bloods, a lot of these cities and neighborhoods was owned and filled with the black community. And then as time rolled down, a lot of people, black people, is not necessarily in those hoods as much as they used to be. It done went from like 100% to maybe even a 10%. So Blueface, he's not a rare case, what I could say to just sum it up. But I just wanted to kind of speak on that because I know it's people that might troll or try to use that to bash Blueface or whatever. But as you heard what the OG said, he said that Blueface be around real members. He got respect for them. They real, they all got a real tree that they fall off up under. They got real roots and stuff like that. Like he called them himself, sandbox schoolyards. So, at the end of the day, if they can accept him, or those are the type of individuals he run across, and that kind of like, make Blueface feel welcome or whatever, then, that's just how it go. But I'm not sure how old Blueface is because that also play a part too. Now, if you young or something like that, 13, 14, 15, then, maybe even 16, you probably can get away with it, but, like 17, 18, 19 and all that, people probably gonna really look at you a certain type of way, you know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
So the right motherfuckers is dealing with Blueface, son. They all sandbox schoolyard. So, all their daddies and their family members are reputables from the set. So the right motherfuckers is dealing with Blueface, but they just don't have no G homies around Blueface. Because a lot of shit Blueface get into, he wouldn't get into if he had a motherfucker like me up in his ear. Because I'm going to be like, hold on, homie, what you want to argue with this dude for? Just get your ass in the car, my nigga. I got this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, homie. What you carrying a gun for, nigga? You paying me? You can't, hold on. I just how I think. Because if you paying me, I can't afford for my money to go to jail.
You know what? I really like that he just said that because I feel like we don't get enough older people, old school OG guys getting on this internet speaking those type of real facts. We get caught up in this day and time to where we really don't operate with the system in the program. And it's kind of crazy because we just did the video with Black Sam talking about like how's the structure supposed to go when Nipsey Hussle appears to the store, and it wasn't ran that same way when that unfortunate incident took place. And what this OG guy right here just said, man, it all go hand in hand. Nowadays, we got people that's more about the clout or the fame or just notoriety or all the perks that come with being with somebody who succeed and got money or famous or whatever, as opposed of really being there as an army, as a family, as a program, as a system, and making sure everything keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, his position, like what he just said, it's like, it's cool. Even if Blueface wanted to carry a gun himself, it should have been people that was willing to use guns before Blueface ever had to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, giving out different outlooks, but I understand, like, yeah, if you ain't got to hold the gun or whatever, then that's cool too. But I was just saying that some people only feel safe when they got, like, when they don't really like to just rely a whole lot on other people protecting their life. So some people just feel like even if people got guns or security or whatever, they might have a gun themselves. That's just how certain people move. And I'm just saying, like, that's why I feel like I agree with what he just said, man. And I feel like a lot of people need to learn from that. Like, don't just let people and then I also want to say this, right? Sometimes don't be afraid to carry yourself like who you are. If you the most valuable piece on the board, if you most valuable person in the circle, if you the breadwinner, if you the captain or the leader, the boss, act like it. Don't get around other people and want to make it seem like you just one of the regular homies, cause that's what brings everybody down. And that's kind of like even the same way with like King Von, he just came to my mind, so I brought it up. But it's like, even though he wanted to fight that guy, Quando Rondo by himself, it's a settings for him to do that with Quando Rondo. Maybe if y'all would have got in the club, or maybe if y'all was in the studio or something, whatever, but as a boss, as like a leader or whatever, you gotta kind of like, make sure you use all your resources wisely. It's not like using people to throw them out and don't care about them, but it's just like what he just said. Like, if you taking care of me, you looking out for me, you giving me money, helping me provide for my family or whatever, I feel like, people should be willing to do that. I myself will be willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just try to do math right here. Let's just say if a person is like helping, let's just say if a person is helping me get about $10,000 a month, and they up there, they getting that big bag, they getting real bags, you know what I'm saying? And I'm getting about $10,000 a month, you know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for it. I'm appreciative for it. They might be making like, probably maybe $500,000 or $2 million a month or whatever, maybe more than that. But let's just say I'm getting like $10,000 a month. I would definitely not have a problem getting in front of something or being a real soldier, for a situation, for this system, to make sure everybody still stay afloat. Because I might be getting 10,000, somebody else might be getting 4,000, somebody else might just be getting the band, somebody else might be getting 400 or 500, whatever. You got people, when they call, they getting looked out for. It's so many people that's getting looked out on behind this one person. I feel like that would be right. You know what I'm saying? Keep the money flowing. And then at that same time, even with your presence being absence, when you do that, you build that bond, and you also still, your pay grade can go up. A person like you in jail right now, but that person might still look out for you and make sure, they gonna do it. That's just how it go. But they gonna look out for you and give you that same 10,000 while you in there, and help your family still take care of what they take care of. And if you ain't got no family or whatever, then that's going to be a big old bag waiting on you when you get out. That's just real game. That's how you keep the system floating. You don't just let a person crash out and you lose it. And I understand where OG is coming from, because it's like Blueface is, I think they talking about he going to be doing about 4 years or something. So at 4 years, a lot of people who probably wouldn't have to get killed or didn't have to go to jail just because whatever type of, being around Blueface was bringing, now all that can be more of a high possibility than what it was. It's just, people don't think no more. You know what I'm saying? Even like I just seen something with Pop Smoke. They said that a dude that he was with the day that he had passed away, he was the dude that was posting the addresses and stuff like that. And it's like, come on, man, like, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know what his position was or whatever, but Pop Smoke is Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke is Pop Smoke, and I mean he pretty much the star. And you know, you know, you probably assisting him in some type of way, whether you just a loyal friend, a right hand man, a manager, or somebody, whatever the case may be. You know, you should be more wiser about this situation instead of getting caught up in the whole whatever, just getting caught up in the moment on the wrong stuff. You feel me? Like people don't want to move militant no more, man, and it's dangerous. But that's why I will say, you know, if you can get some real security. But also, you know, that come with that too. You know what I mean? You just got to make your best choices, do a real thorough check, valuation, however it go, family, homie, security, however you do it yourself, and make sure you try to make the best choice. Cause I do get that, you know what I'm saying? Like when Blueface was walking out of that club, and I'm not even saying that was him on there or whatever the case may be, but they were saying that was Blueface on that film. And if that was Blueface on that film, whoever that was, they definitely should, like, yeah, like if that was Blueface on there, he should have been walking out of that club with some people, you know, a couple people, at least one person. It ain't always about trying to be normal. You know, when you worth something, man, your normal is in a different circle, a different room, a different environment. It's not really being normal when you dealing with the trenches. Or you outside in a public situation that anybody and anything can happen. Can't be normal. You got to take yourself for what it is. And that's also for the people that you care about. Because if you let something happen to you and you get yourself taken off the board, then everybody who count on you, you know, they got to, you know, take a lot of losses too. So, you know, it's all about learning from people giving advice. So it's good that we got this OG right here speaking out, saying what he's saying. And I feel like that was a great point. And I know I had a whole lot to say about that. But like I said, we don't be having a lot of people getting on these cameras speaking on certain real good advice when you talking about like being on this street side of things and chasing success.
You know, I'd rather for you to go to jail, just take care of my family. But nigga, if you feed me, I got to protect you. You know what I'm saying? So that mentality is not with the young homies, you know, but at the same time, Blueface came from the Valley. I think he got put on the set in 2017. They brought him over there to the hood, over there to the Backstreet schoolyards. That's the other side of the hood over there off Redondo and Bangor. You know, big turnpike, big cue ball from big cue ball started Backstreet schoolyard. His son is Lil Cue Ball. You know, he raised his French bulldogs and all that. Y'all need to check him out, man. It's called Kendricks, Canal. But he all on YouTube. You know, y'all go on and support the little homie, Lil Cue Ball. But his daddy started Backstreet. But anyway, that's the side where Blueface got put on. I think they sick like 3 homies on him. You know, brought him to the turf. He was feeling the little homies back then, you know, and they put him on the set.
So he did get his put on.
Yeah, he got put on like a motherfucker.
So that makes him official.
Yeah, he got put on. The dudes that put him on was official, gangbangers.
Okay.
And that's why, and the dudes that sticking with him is real gangbangers. So it ain't like he ain't no, you know. So we got a lot
it's sort of like it's sort of like the same thing that happened with Crip Mac, you know, because Crip Mac out there carrying the goddamn it. Why was Crip Mac carrying the goddamn it if he was the star?
Yeah, but Crip Mac is like a crash dummy, man. Crip Mac, like somebody said, Crip Mac got that old style of Crip.
He does.
The motherfucker used to ride them RTDs, banging out the window, wearing blue rags on your head, eat your mama style. Niggas that got guns that only shoot 3 times, got, you know, 3 bullets in it, you know, that kind of shit. You know, because
with old English in his hand.
Yeah, with old English. I think if he would have had a lot of more G homies around him, he would have done better. But I see 4 Extra got his hands on him, and you know, I've been around 4 Extra. I was in Arizona State Prison with 4 Extra. I was back in East Max with 4 Extra from 40s. Back in 07, he was a younger dude. I always was an older dude. I've been around Cuz. Me and Cuz been in holding tanks. One thing about him, he respect G's, and I always was active. So he listened to me. You know, he always want to fuck with me because I always led by example with my cripping. And when I do say about Cuz, he is who he is. He down in the motherfucker.
Coming back to Blueface.
Yeah.
Some of the antics and some of the things that they're playing out on social media as far as him and the Christian Rock girl, how would you would have addressed that part of it?
Well, you know what, man? I look at life like this. I say the apple don't fall too far from the tree. One thing, you dealing with a man that don't respect his mama. Before Christian Rock even met Blueface, she seen all Blueface ethics was displayed about his family, about, his mother fighting and getting jumped on, and girls, that was going on, the disrespectful, the word calling, all that. So when you see a man don't respect his mom, motherfucking one, he ain't gonna respect the children of his mother, the children of his babies. So sometimes these women, it's about choices, man, and wrong for right. But if it's about money and fame, and you a bitch trying to come up, ain't nothing wrong with it. I can't knock cuz what he doing though. You know what I'm saying? Because he representing the set, he putting it out there nationwide. You know what I'm saying? Because we a little bitty gang, schoolyards. We a lot of motherfuckers want to knock us down, but at the same time, we got a good body count on motherfuckers that opposed us. You know what I'm saying? And we got influential people that came out of my community. We got the hand guys, the homie Big Peanut. You know what I'm saying? The homie Lil Crazy C, Big Crazy C, rest in peace. Lil Crazy C got squabbled. I gotta say Big Bodine. The homie Crip Cal. The homie Crazy D, rest in peace. And the real squabbler, Big Mad Ali, rest in peace. These dudes, they was forces for the set. So,
You think if they had been involved in Blueface career, that it would have been handled a lot better?
Well, like I say with the little homie, we got a division in our hood, man. A lot of little homies don't respect the big homies because they feel we let a lot of shit go by on our watch. A lot of stuff has came. My motherfuckers got skeletons in the closet. I ain't gonna say no name. But like I say, I knew about a lot of things, but a lot of these dudes, I was a little homie to them, you feel me? And then when a lot of shit was going down, I was in the youth authority. You gotta understand, I wasn't on the streets 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. I spent my whole life in jail. And you gotta realize before I did that 5, I was in 3 boys' home. You know what I'm saying? So out of my life, I ain't had a whole 5 years on the streets since 1981. I get 2 every now and then. I might get a 3-year stretch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coping with life, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when it comes to schoolyard Crip, I'm real passionate with it because I waste my whole life representing this gang, and I even think I lost my family a little bit behind this shit. But when it comes to, I'm a hustler. I ain't on no drugs, I don't do no drinking, I smoke a little weed, I don't even like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I do out of moderation. You know what I'm saying? But
being that Blueface got put on 2017, that's more of a new version of Crippin'. Do you agree with that style of Crippin', or is there some things that you would like to critique on it?
If you're trying to make an image of yourself and you want to represent a gang, just like a lot of these dudes. I know Joe Moses, I know DJ Mustard, I know Top Dollar, I know all them dudes. Top Dollar Sign, I know his brother, the homie, his brother from the set, Big TC. But a lot of them dudes, they be chosen right.
Brothers?
Dollar Sign.
Okay.
Dollar Sign brother's my homie, Big TC. He been in jail on a murder since 05 or something.
Did Blueface have a brother on the set too?
Blueface, I think his cousin is from the hood, one of the D-Los. When y'all be seeing that video, that big old black nigga be standing up with his chest poked out, I think that's his cousin.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, he's like Tiny D-Lo.
Okay, we'll come back to the Top Dollar Sign.
The dude that should have fired on Crip Mac when they seen each other. You know what I'm saying? When they was doing all that wolfing back and forth. See, if I would have been there, and I'm an old dude, motherfucker already in dish the hood. So basically, they already had words. We on site. First of all, motherfucker got to get that squabble out the way. Then we sit down at the table.
And don't make it up.
And then we make it up. We gonna get some ratings. You know what I'm saying? I want the hood to be like, oh, cuz the homie fired on Crip Mac. That's what the schoolyard, see, that generation of schoolyards is different than my generation. Chris, he would have got fired on. It ain't about, I don't have nothing against the neighborhoods, but it's the shit that come out his mouth. Because you talking down on motherfuckers that in homies and died and all that. So when you got a new booty ass dude like that, fuck his weight. It's fucking with a motherfucker like me, you gonna be off balance anyway. After I move around your big old ass.
And the fact that that Blueface was training for boxing. So what was that?
He's training. His boxing is for money. You know what I'm saying? When you boxing a motherfucker like us, you ain't finna get in all those little pretty stands and that little left, right. Yeah, motherfucker coming up in there like a bull.
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah, motherfucker coming in like a bull. Motherfucker using his feet. I'm taking you off balance. If your legs is wide open, I'm kicking you in your nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I survive. So all that shit don't mean shit.
Man, you sound like your uncle.
Well, you know, I learned from my uncle. It's just that...
Who is your uncle, man? Tell him.
Stanley Pitts, Ludus Park.
Faru.
All the time. You know what I'm saying?